Hi folks, this is Dave with the Bit Journal broadcast. Today I'm playing Oniken on the Nintendo Switch. This game is made by Joymasher. Previously, a couple of videos ago, last week, I did a review for a game called Odalus the Dark Call, which was a really cool Castlevania style hack and slash game, action platformer type deal that Joymasher designed and worked on. This time we're dealing with a similar type of game, but in a post-apocalyptic world. It's got a little less to do with Castlevania, though, and a little bit more with Strider. As you can see, it also takes some elements from the Terminator over here. There's basically this post-apocalyptic world, and there's a rise of these cybernetic beings. And as this human named Zaku, you need to go on missions to take out these enemies called the Oniken. So, first thing I notice when I'm looking at this game is just the design of Zaku himself. He looks very much like Kenshiro from Fist of the North Star. And it's kind of funny that his name kind of resembles the Zaku or Zaku 2 mobile suit from the Gundam series, so that's pretty cool. I like the skeleton on the front. It's like a cybernetic looking skeleton with blinking eyes and whatnot. Very Terminator-esque in that sense. So, let's see what this is like. So here we are in the first mission. One thing you'll notice is that this game has really beautiful cutscenes. Very similar, once again, to like Ninja Gaiden, etc. And the character designs are very distinct also. This general, for example, he looks very similar to the general you'd find in the Rambo series. Excuse me for a second there. You also notice they did a very, very good world of a very, very good job of drawing out the technology for the game. Got these beautiful sprite arts with the consoles, the computer systems, all the shading on the characters and everything. Very basic stuff, but still very nice looking, very clean. Has that very gritty 80s arcade and NES style to it, which I definitely appreciate. It's something I like a lot. And look at this. Typical 80s fashion right over here. These guys look like they're straight out of Final Fight with their mullets, their funky looking hairdos, the sunglasses, the bandanas over there. Oh my god, it doesn't get more 80s than this. Look, they even have the old school blinking blueprints on the grid background, telling Zaku where he needs to go for his mission and what he needs to destroy. So speaking of missions, let's get this all fired up, folks. I like that cutscene. So, let's go over controls for a second. You control Zaku using these directional buttons over here on the Switch. But what's odd about the controls, though, when you use the left Joy-Con, or should I say the right Joy-Con, actually, so the A button jumps, and the X button attacks, so you're dealing with these buttons rather than the inners, which is a little bit different. In a future patch, they're supposed to put an option in there to switch up the controls, which I look forward to. They're supposed to do the same thing with Odalus as well. So the game is fun, and it's definitely playable with the current controls, but it would be nice to switch it up to something a little bit more traditional, a little something that we're used to. Not that I'm complaining, though, because, I definitely can get through these levels. So, let's get started. Now, we've got this sword, that's our main weapon. We can also throw grenades as a sub-weapon. Gotta watch out for these guys, because they are fast. There we go. Got him all caught up. As you can see, you got to be pretty quick on the controls here, because these enemies, all of them, every single last one of them, fire very fast if you're within their range. The one thing about them, though, is they do have very distinct readable patterns, which is very common for games in the time period that they're emulating on this. Let's get through this level. This is very reminiscent of Contra 3, the Alien Wars on the Super Nintendo, with that fire and those poles that you run across on the side of the rails, should I say. Looks like we got a little bit of aliens going on over here, too. Some of those enemies here. Jumped a little too soon on that one. At least I still have my my projectile. If I get hit twice, I lose that projectile, so that's what happens with that. You want to be a little careful with those things. Because those swords don't come by too often. You get them maybe once, twice within a level. Alright, we took this guy out. Now we gotta be quick. Oh, looks like I lost my sword attack. Oh, man. There we go. We'll just get past him. No point right now. I want to keep my blade. There we go. Nice. So we got the grenades. Cool. Oh boy, let's stay. Ah, he still caught me in range anyway. Oh, so much for keeping my blade intact. I am getting wrecked today. Man, wow. Well, at least we got some life over there, folks. Let's move through here. There we go, just caught him with a grenade. Luckily, I wasn't within his range. That guy's pretty powerful. So here we are at the boss character. Kind of like a centipede type character. Looks like it's kind of an homage to that almost. Alright, let's get this guy up here. Cool. You gotta watch out. These patterns are very similar in a sense. On this one, I don't know why, but this enemy really reminds me of fighting Dr. Robotnik on the first, on level 1-3 of Sonic the Hedgehog. And I guess it's because it's got that pattern where you can jump and then go underneath the platform for cover, basically. So yeah, it's definitely reminiscent of that for me. The only difference is, unlike Dr. Robotnik, he's got projectiles on him. I also really like the way they designed this level. It's very Contra and Metroid-esque. But I will tell you, one interesting thing about this game is that in the movement itself, the movement in some ways feels very Mega Man-like, actually. It's kind of hard to describe unless you're actually playing through the level. And as you can see right over here, we have an ode to Metroid, where we have to escape the burning building that's about ready to blow up. No timer on here though, so we don't have to worry about that, thank goodness. But if you're not careful, you'll get hit up by these rocks, or you'll simply get left behind, and we certainly do not want that to happen. Oh man, that jumping pattern just completely threw me off, and I'm getting caught up, and looks like I just lost a life on that one. Oh man. Alright, let's get these guys. Time to focus a little more. Alright, we got our blade again. Just gotta be really careful. Boy, those rocks are randomly generating all over the place again today. Oh, here we go. Alright, got another grenade. Good. Ah! Alright, come on. Man, I almost went James Rolfe on this guy for a second. Shout out to the Angry Video Game Nerd for that moment, folks. Alright, here we go. Now we're gonna ride off into the sunset on our jet ski, and things are going to get kind of crazy from here. It's gonna get very Battletoads-like. Not as crazy as Battletoads, but you'll see what I'm talking about. So, the next level we're going to play is going to be a side-scrolling shooter level. I would say it's very similar to, in spirit, to games like Shinobi 3, Rocket Knight Adventures, for example. So yeah, you'll get to see this. Sorry, I'm just cutting through the story scene so we can get to this. I also like that little transition over there. I'll show it to you later on again, but that transition has a look that's very similar to a VCR tape when it gets like that little squiggly line in the middle. Another old school 80s trick that I appreciate here is just the care and attention that they put into making this filter to give you the impression that you're playing on an old school CRT. Oh man, I'm getting destroyed today. There we go. So there's that VCR trick over here. So as you can see, I'm sitting here and I am playing on this side-scrolling shooter level, which has platforming elements to it. You cannot, if you notice, there's some with platforms and there's ones that are jagged. If you touch the jagged ones, you'll take damage. If you touch the ones that have the flat platforms on them, you'll just slide on them and you won't take any damage. But as you can see, you have to be very, very careful on this level as to not getting hit by anything, and to make sure that you don't get caught up behind. It's very tricky. Let's see, am I getting up to the mid-boss on this yet? I guess we're getting close. Oh, nope, more platforming. Oh boy, watch out for these things. Watch out for these mines as well. Okay, let's take this guy out. Oh man, the rocket's here. Come on, buddy. Oh, this guy's not my buddy. You are going down, my friend. There we go. Alright, cool. Got him. Here we are on the side-scrolling portion of the level. Nice little transition again. And I got a lot of grenades. There we go. Take that. Alright. Wait a minute. Almost forgot about that. Cool. Now this guy, for whatever reason, is just really tough. I gotta wait for him. Oh, there we go. I got the opening now. You know what? Just jump in. Can I jump over this guy? That is tough. Ah, and I got caught up, folks. But as you can see, this is Oniken from Joymasher. If you like old school 1980s style NES and arcade games, definitely give this a shot. It's on the Nintendo eShop. It's on the PlayStation 4. And it can also be found on PC as well. I believe it's on Steam, and it's also on GOG.com if you're looking for this game for any of those platforms. So definitely check out Oniken. And by the way, guys, the other thing I wanted to mention too, you'll notice I'm using a new format today for the layout of the screen that I've been working on. So please let me know in the comments what you think of that. Also, if you like this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. So thanks again for watching my channel, checking out my review, and like always, folks, peace! Have a great one. Enjoy your day now. Bye-bye.